Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone in the Veve community, Ecomi community. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I'm trying to make sure that it's a little bit early on a Saturday, so don't want to wake everyone up. But good morning. I've got my coffee. I am ready for the drop. Today we're going to talk about Ron English, the serial killer's drops. We're going to talk about what more we're going to see because we actually have known that there is more content coming. We know that Ron English is a big piece of Veve, and we're going to get into a little bit more topics as well. Like I think we're going to probably discuss a little bit more about the OMI utility side because there is going to be a discussion later today. And let's get into it today. So this is a big one to make sure that you have because we're going to talk about the Artist Alley. We're going to talk about interoperability coming to OMI and everything from there. So let's get into it and share my screen. But let's say good morning to some people right now. Fabrice and Discapang, the Audible, Rye Guy. We got Plutomium. Good morning, everyone. And let's get into this. I've got my screen ready to go. So we've got 38 minutes, but I like these. I think it's fun to do these things together. Like it makes it a little bit more, more fun. Like why else would I wake up at 7:20 on a Saturday? It's just to do this together. So if you guys can hit that like button, lets more of the fam know that we're participating together, as well as if you haven't been on Twitter this morning, I always tweet out when I'm doing the drops, retweet it, do whatever you can, and we'll get this going. Jesus, I'm going to say Jesus asks that picture though, what drop you going for? Is it not blind box? I thought it was blind box. Yeah, it looks like it's blind box, right? Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. So then I am going to probably go for, let's see. I always want to go for the ultra rare. Like, do you guys ever get like that? Or do you guys usually do that where you go for the ultra rare and it's the hardest one at this point, but you just have to do it? I think I'm going to go for the rare on this one. So I always do two devices. And so like I've always let people know that that's effective for me. It works. Sometimes I get one. I very rarely ever get two at the same time. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the rare on, actually, I'm going to go for the ultra rare on this one. I'm going to go for the rare on my other one. And so that way I have a better shot of getting at least the rare, which to be fair, I actually prefer the rare in this drop more than the actual ultra rare, which in case you haven't seen them yet, let's go ahead and just look through them. So today we are going for the Drug'em Kill Frog, the Christ, Smack, Crack, and Pop, and Tricky the Obese Rabbit, which the fact that Tricky's the ultra rare actually surprised me. I thought that, how are you saying it? Christ or Christ or whatever his name is, I thought he would actually be the ultra rare just because I think he looks the coolest, as well as like he's the one in the middle during the last fat breakfast, right? Like I thought that would be the ultra rare that you would go for, but apparently it's not. So on this device, I'm going to go ahead and go for the ultra rare and get it all lined up for line gate. Boom, 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 boom. All right. And on that one, I'll get that going eventually here too. So, all right, we got some stuff to go over. And I just realized that you guys have probably no idea what I'm talking about because my thing's not sharing. That's weird. All right, now you guys probably know what I'm talking about. Here we go. So showing. So I'm probably going to be going for, on this one, the tricky cereal bunny. I thought it was going to be blind box format, but it's not. So we got to get everything lined up. All right. We're good to go. We've got some time, 35 minutes. All right. Good morning, everyone. Let's see. We got Valdemir. Do you have a choose to go for one? I don't know. So you have to choose to go for one. Yeah. So Valdemar asked, so you have to choose to go for one. Yes. So basically you just gotta choose one and go for it and then buy the rest. Like that's why if you go for the ultra and you get it, you're pretty much good, right? Like you might maybe double price, or if you're a little bit patient, maybe you can pay a little bit less for the rare, but uncommon will go for a little bit more. Common will probably go for a little bit more, because these are actually these are the artist side. So the artist side do tend to actually hold value a lot more than a lot of the other drops, because we know that they're going to be some of the first interoperable drops that we'll see that will be able to sell into OpenSea and things like that. So it makes sense to really make sure that you get these drops, hold them, and then we know that they're going to be some of the first ones that we'll see in OpenSea. So they're going to have a lot of value. So that even after the drops, the marketplace, they are going to be a little bit more expensive. So I'm going for the ultra rare and the rare on a secondary device. All right. Good morning. Everyone who's just joining, please hit that like button. Let the fam know we are here, and we're going to get in some content today. So Ron English was first dropped on Veve back in May. And what's interesting about it was it even spoke about how, how just prolific of an artist he is. He's super rock and roll. Like he's very much like a rebellious person, but like really, really cool, and like very much creates interesting art with Propaganda, which is his big brand. But we can see the rabbit grin. And if you saw the Decon interview that I did with Reese and at Decon, there was a rabbit grin behind us. It was the gold one, and it looks really cool in person, but they sell for like something stupid. I forgot like how much they're worth, like 25 grand or something like that. Like they're super, super rare. And that is the rabbit, which they did say that it would be coming to Veve, and that it would be tied to the physical side. So while we're excited about these drops, we know that more is coming from Ron, including the actual Rabbit Grin. The first series named Rabbit Grin will include an addition of 100 digital and physical sculptures, making a first. Buyers will not only receive a digital Rabbit Grin, which can be displayed in augmented reality on the Veve app, but will also be delivered a matching limited edition physical chrome rabbit grin sculpture featuring a serial number from the series. We know that the rabbit grin will be eventually coming. And again, how cool does that thing look? Like I would love to have that on my shelf back there, just standing up like, and every time I see something silver or gold, I think immediately about the Dragon Girls, like how they've retained a lot of their value. So we know that silver and gold do really, really well in Veve. Always go for gold. Doug always says, always go for gold. It's like the Olympian mentality, right? I want to go for ultra, but the Rice Krispies guys look really cool. They look crazy. So my favorite is, I think my favorite out of the whole bunch is the Christ guy or Christ guy. I'll show him. This guy, top right. Like they all look pretty cool. This, the frog guy and he just looks gross to me. But I'm a big fan of these other three. But of course, I'm going to collect them all. Like the reason why you want to collect them all, and I'm going to jump around here, is because of that last fat breakfast, right? We know that this scene is something they've said, like you need all of them to make the series. Now it's kind of speculative, right? Because they've said that in that article, like you need all of them to make the scene. Now, in theory, that could just mean that you're making the scene by placing them around, right? However, I think with how they worded it, it's probably going to be like they're going to have like a 2D painting of this last fat breakfast, or maybe like a backdrop. Who knows what they're going to do, but I think you'll need all of them to actually make that or qualify for that drop. And so these are ones that I would hold. Like I have every single previous one from these, which there's 2 other drops from the serial killers, but they hold up value just really, really well too. Like the Count Chocula dude, I can't remember his actual name, but he's holding up some solid value in the app, and is one of a lower mints from Ron English as well. So this is why you want to hold on to these. This is why you want to try and complete this set today or at some point if you can. I don't think this will be like immediate. I think it'll probably be like, I don't know, maybe they'll wait like a month or two, and then they'll be like, oh, hey, like if you have all these, we're dropping this. And then it creates like that little, all right, like people FOMO in, and then it goes down, and then people FOMO back in. Like they're always adding little things to where it kind of creates like little ebbs and flows of certain collectibles. All right. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Keep doing these vids. Thanks, Paul. I'm always never sure. Like, I've been kind of slammed with stuff, so I haven't been able to like film. I have a bunch of content I want to do, but I haven't been able to like sit down, do the research, put it all into a video. And so hopping on and doing these and just connecting with you guys has been great. Um, yes. Good morning, Gail. What's going on? Reese clarified he meant you can recreate the scene in your vault or whatever. Okay, so he did clarify. There will be a 13th piece though, probably a secret rare one of one. Okay, so then it sounds like that's good to know that it's just more to recreate. So that's both good and bad. Like I really wish it was, if there is going to be a 13th piece, that secret rare, which is probably gonna be the last fat breakfast or maybe like another piece from Ron English, that you had to have these in order to make that. I wish they would do something like that. They probably won't, but it is, the way they worded that is kind of weird. Like it definitely led us down that path. So I'm happy that he clarified it. But these also just hold up value pretty well. So these are definitely ones to keep. But thanks for clarifying, Gail. All right. Let's go into, so Ron English has been around since they announced him in, I guess it was June, but we knew about him back in May. And he has a ton of content. He's created other NFTs as well, which have done pretty well. I love the fat stormtroopers, and you can see like David Yu is a big fan. They go way back. He's created art for plenty of musicians, as well as actually hijacked over 1,000 billboards to bring his social commentary to the forefront and create anti-ad campaigns throughout the US, which I think is hilarious. Like, again, this guy is so dope. So he just basically takes a billboard of someone else's, and then I don't know if he does it in the night or like, it's very much that like graffiti style where he then puts over his own imaging, his own art, and creates these billboards that he steals. Like, and they're very like tongue-in-cheek, very prolific. Like this looks like what, the Marlboro, is it Marlboro logo, and it says breathe, right? Like very creative and absolutely hilarious. And we can see that they were talking about this is it. The complete set will allow VV collectors to form an image of the famous painting Last Fat Breakfast. So again, the way that sounded was like we're going to get another collectible if we collect them all. But as we just saw, Gail confirmed that. Reese said that is not the case. It is just to kind of store them around your vault to make it look like this, right? But there might be another collectible coming, but you don't need all these, at least most likely, to make that happen. Now, as we can see, we have, what are you guys going for? Like which one are you? I'm always curious what people's strategies are, because there's not a lot. Like the common at this point, like with how many we have, there's not a lot. So what do you go for, right? Like, are you really going to have that much luck trying to go against probably, I don't know, 20,000 people going for a ultra rare, which the ultra rare is 1,800 editions? That's actually pretty interesting that so there's only what, 1,800, 4,000, 73. So there's like 12,000 editions. That's not a lot, which is, that's smart because it kind of tiers up with the other ones from this set. But let's see, what are you guys going for? Okay, Tim is going for the rare. I am as well, Tim, on my fastest device. I love it. I love it. Go for broke. Fabrice, ultra rare for me. I think it's possible to get the ultra rare. I mean, it's possible for 1,800 people, right? Like, it's just a matter of like how fast you are, how good your device is, how lucky you might be. Like that's that little fraction of a second where your finger is just a little bit further to that button right when the time changes versus someone else. I need to get lucky on the ultra, but so many people going for it. Yep, I agree. Like it's pretty hard to do, but I'm going to be trying on one of my devices as well. I love it. Everyone's going for the ultra rare. You always got to try, right? Like you're always like, well, I could go for an uncommon or a rare and have a better shot, but what happens if I get it? I do the exact same thing. But I'm going to be trying for the rare on one because I like him. I think the best, Christ. Introducing Christ, that Corsi energy alien ascension will take your sugar rush into the stratosphere. So there are only 2,200 of this guy, but I like him the best. So I'm going to be trying on one device with him and on the other one going for him. Hopefully some of us can get some of these. Valdemir asks, still any bots on the app? So, I mean, there's still bots on the app, right? But what I've seen is there have been a lot more CAPTCHAs that plenty of people have been seeing, and there have been a lot more that they've been implementing. So they're making it really hard on the bots. Can bots still get through? Yeah, and they'll always find little ways, new ways to get in. But they're spending, as they said, like tens of thousands of dollars a month just to have quality bot protection services to quell those down. So they're spending a ton of money to keep people from actually botting these drops. And so it is good to know that they're at least doing that. But of course, bots still exist. So when it comes down to it, like, let's say there's 1,800, maybe, I don't know, bots get like 50 of them. And so there's what, already 40 or 90 gone. So we've got a shot at like 1,700 or so. But hopefully some of you guys can get this because Jan says he's going for the uncommon. That's the safe route, right? Like I agree that, I can go for the rare, I go for the ultra rare, and then I'll probably miss both. And then I'll be like, why didn't I go for the uncommon? All right. So the last fat breakfast, hopefully we'll see what we guys can get. We've got 22 minutes to the drop. And just want to give a quick shout out, by the way, to Kyle Standring. So Kyle is making Veve ornaments. Obviously, Thanksgiving just passed. And, for those of you who celebrate Christmas, and we all know that we're fanatics about all the Veve stuff that we have, he's actually making Veve ornaments. And I want to give him a shout out because he actually reached out to me and sent me some. So I have like that one. I have like the Veve logos, and I wear Veve. I talk about Veve and Ecomi the most. I cover other crypto, but they're obviously like my number one, and have I've met them in person, so big fan. But I love that people are getting creative and thinking of ways that they can actually do things like this, and yeah, so I think it's very, very creative. And he has an Etsy shop, so you can check him out on Twitter. You can go to Etsy, and he has these different listings of all the different ornaments. I really like the logo. Sorry, I'm reading some stuff here. To be honest, I haven't succeeded to get an ultra since Batman Black and White season 4. The only hard drop I succeeded after that was Golden Simpsons, and that was thanks to the issues since a lot of people had problems on the drop. Yeah, man. I mean, now you have me thinking, when was the last time I got an ultra rare? Oh man, I think, I think probably the last time I got one probably would have been, was season 4 the dad bod Batman? Because that might have been the last one I got too. But we're gonna break that today. Actually, no. Oh, I guess going for it straight on. I think I got a different one. I think I got the count. Actually, I think I got the serial killer ultra rare, the last serial killers, the count. I think that was my last one. Go for less ones. Usually sells out in less than a second. Yeah, I mean they're gonna sell out quick. Uncommon and rare rebound, may the luck be with us. I agree. That's a pretty good strategy. So shout out to Delogo for saying that. When going for the rebounds, it makes more sense to go for an uncommon or a common because there are more, so there's more chances to fail, right? So most people will be going for the ultra rare rebound versus the uncommon and common. Now, your chances of getting an ultra rare rebound are probably pretty low because of that. However, if you're like, well, I already got an uncommon, why would I go for the rebound? Because you can flip it. You can just sell it for more gems, and then you can buy an ultra rare or a rare or whatever. So I do agree that does make sense to go for an uncommon on the rebound. All right. So yeah, again, shout out to Kyle for his Etsy side and his site for seeing a couple different Veve ornaments. Let's continue on. So Ron English has already a bunch of NFTs that he sold out on Nifty Gateway. The Mona Lisa Grin. There was a one of one, $26,000. Very, very cool artwork. $5,000 for Uncle Sam on Torch. Uncle Scam with phone, $2,500. Waylon Wolf, AP Edition Zelliphant, American Depress, Fruit Looped. So these have already sold on Nifty. They've been sold out for a very, very long time. So when you think about what's going to actually come to OpenSea, first and foremost, it's the artists, right? We know that some brands will come to OpenSea and then they'll take time to actually eventually put their IP onto OpenSea, right? So the likelihood that Marvel or Disney right away will be available to sell on OpenSea, probably not, but they'll slowly over time most likely make that change, or they're going to let a few others do it first to see those guinea pigs kind of get out of the way. However, the artists are already on OpenSea. They're already on marketplaces. So when you're looking for the collectibles that you want to be able to sell for Ethereum or for Immutable, or yeah, Ethereum, on Immutable X Marketplace and OpenSea, look at the artists. And that's why I hold Ron English's collectibles too, is because I know that they're going to be able to sell onto OpenSea first and foremost, probably before anything else. So I look at and see like what these sell for, which they sell for, that's what, 0.25 ETH. And that's the language that also a lot of people are going to have to start understanding and speaking is most people in the NFT world don't speak in fiat, right? Like we look at our collectibles and we see like, oh, it's $90 or it's $1,000. They don't speak that. They speak in how much ETH it is or how much Matic it is, right? Or how much Solana it is. So it is usually looked at how much ETH it is. So that'll be kind of a fun little lesson that many people will kind of figure out is then selling into Ethereum and no longer into fiat. And so, yeah, Ron English is going to be a very solid one to collect in the app, especially as we move to Immutable X and are in OpenSea. And this is his site, Ron English. Whoa. Oh, man. All right. So let's see. Most common in 3 or 4 months. I see a super chat and I'm getting to it right now. On action figure resources in 3 to 4 months, I've only got a common comic on drop and I participate in about 80%. Same here, man. Like I only get common comics for the most part, but yeah, it's been a long haul. Just I got Common Storm, which I was mad about. All right, shout out to Adam Awesome Face. Thank you, Adam, for the $50 super chat. Hey Taps, I had a question. Can I guess? Okay. I thought it was going to be butt stuff ? And I was gonna actually give you an answer. Found two Ron English and the same popular artists on OpenSea compared to Kozik and Jermaine Wright. I think I've read that somewhere a while back. He is one of the more popular artists of Veve on OpenSea. Yeah, like he sells a ton of stuff. And yeah, holy crap. Thank you for the incredible super chats, Adam. Adam asks, when? All right, we're gonna think of 3 wins to answer for Adam before we continue on. The first win, he's gonna say probably when Ron English to OpenSea or Immutable X. I would say, well, I guess for Veve, I would say at this point we would be hopeful that we could see anything with Immutable actually being like we're in phase 3 eventually, right? Hopefully the end of the year. We've got a month left, but at this rate, maybe the beginning of the year, just because everything's been pushed out. The second win, I'm going to guess, is when Mogul Grin, which if you don't know what Mogul Grin is, it's this guy. And they did say something around, he's animated. Oh, sorry about that. So they did say that he'd be coming in a couple weeks, and that is Mogul Grin. They showed this at Decon, and all of us were like, wait, what? Who's that? And then we're like, oh, there's a leak here. Like, And I think there's a lot more to this too. Like, I think they're saying how in an AMA, like David was saying, how Ron actually wants to do some other things and within like the app and like bring more attention to Vivi and is kind of thinking of new digital products to bring. And I wonder if he's going to have some say into maybe bringing like board games or some, like David specifically said digital products. So Ron is directly helping and thinking of new things that they can bring, thinking of new things that they can bring directly to Vivi. All right. Wow, super chats are coming in. Thank you guys so much. Kozik just dropped. Oh, he dropped. Is it a 10K? Let's see what he dropped. Kozik birds. Oh, these guys. Yeah. Is it a? These are great on Polygon. Crypturds by Kozik. 333. Are they still available? 0.1. Did he sell out already? For 0.2, you get a custom one. These are actually pretty cool. Which I never thought I would say about like a poop. They're all hand drawn. I'll check those out afterwards. So only 34 items. So if there's 333, then I would imagine that they're not sold out. Release 33 turds per drop over 11 months. Over 11 monthly drops. Unlockable content. Ooh, I might want to snag one of these. The floor price is only 0.1. So he charges 0.2, but I could buy this one right now for 0.1, which I might do eventually here. But let's get into some more content because we've got. And shout out to Rafael Garcia. We've got 12 minutes before the drop, but thank you for that super chat. Let me get my other device going. What do you think about an OMI character, a mascot for Vivi? They could have a competition to create a mascot. That would be actually really awesome. So, I mean, what would you guys want for a mascot? And if you guys haven't yet, hit that like button. We've got 10 more minutes of this drop, and we're going to get this bread. Boom. I think it would be cool to make the O into the mascot, right? Like, it's already our symbol, right? Like we have it in our names, we have it on Twitter, we see it everywhere. So maybe making the O into a mascot would be really cool. So I think that's a really good idea, Raphael. It just brings more uniformity and like community aspect to our already very robust community. So I agree, having like some like mascot would be actually, that's something that we should like ask Ron English or Kozik or someone to create. Like, what if you created an OMI homie character and drop it on Vivi, and everyone would buy it, everyone would love it, and yeah, it would just be like our mascot. All right, shout out to, thank you so much, Fabrice. Give Taps some love, smash that like button. Super sticker from Fontukis. Thanks so much for that. I appreciate you, Fontukis. Their mascot should be a sloth or a turtle. I love it. I understand what you mean by that. All right. So Ron English even dropped a light bulb NFT work that I think I saw. I didn't go into it, but I did see it was doing pretty well. But again, we will see the Mogul Grin coming eventually to Vivi. So I think this guy looks awesome. And it is a newer character that is based off his recent new mural, which was done in Jersey City, New Jersey, where he actually, for the first time, I believe, at least that's what I read, got the Mogul Grin. So this is the Mogul Grin, the Monopoly guy. And that's what we heard his name was on the the Decon AMA that I did with Reese, he said mogul grin. So can't wait to see this guy. They did say probably in a couple weeks. So hopefully we'll see him before the end of the year, maybe start of the year, but we've got more to see with Ron English. Now, we've got 9 minutes left. Good to go. Let's talk a little bit about the OMI utility article, because clearly many are not too stoked with it, and some people are very stoked with it. So conversation had, and I'm sorry if well, I guess I could say there's speculatively going to be one, because Foster said hypothetically, if I was going to be talking live with Ecomi Reese tomorrow at 4 p.m. EST, it's very specific, about the OUP, what feedback would you provide? What do you like? What should change? What is missing? All feedback is welcome. Now, I spoke about it on my last video, and there was a lot of negativity around it. And I think that's because many who were just OMI investors were hoping for some kind of APY. You know, there was some things that they just didn't, they thought was very much favoring the VV app. Now, they've never been they've always been very much about the fact that everything supports the app, is very, very VV focused. And so if you're a VV collector, it's amazing. Like the amount of OMI that will burn from it is also great. But a lot of the just solely OMI investors felt like they got a slap in the face, right? Because all of the benefits benefit VV without benefiting just OMI, right? Like there's no APY, there's no really reason for them to stake it, right? And I understand that. So I think this is a good conversation that is going to be had. I would love to join in on it, but unfortunately, I am going to be out and about wine tasting with the girlfriend, and having a nice little weekend. So I'll be making some content probably tomorrow. But this is definitely something that I wish I could tune into, and I wish that I could be on. So if you're not doing anything today, or if you have that time free, then I would definitely hop into this and voice your concerns, voice what you think about what do you guys think about it? Like, did you see the article? And obviously the price of OMI is down right now. What's funny is I only know when it's down because people tell me it's down. I don't ever check the price. I know, like, I'm still up. My average price is like 0.0033 or 34. It went up a little bit because I did buy more around 0.0055, which if it does drop back down there, which I missed it, it did right here, I would have bought more, but it looks like it's starting to make some upward movement again. Now, the people who sold out, I imagine, were people who were very much upset with the article. However, I got to check that time. 6 minutes. We're good. Okay. I can't miss this drop. Let's see. Shout out. I appreciate you, Costa, for that super sticker. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Regarding the OUP, sounds like Reese was pretty open to a lot of the changes, which is good. I agree. That's what I heard as well. I think, again, they said it was 0.1, right? So I think what we'll see is, let's go to the article, actually. I think what we'll see is OMI utility program. We'll see a version 0.2 where we'll actually be able to have feedback. There's a feedback thing that you can check in here too. So if you haven't seen that, we're going to go in here and take a look at it, and then we're going to do this drop together. Yep. So Jose says, I have 36 million OMI. Nice bag, man. That's incredible. Honestly, there is no benefit for me to stake it. Yeah. So that's the piece that I maybe I'll be able to hop on like for a little bit during it, just like to type in my little 2 cents, is that there needs to be more incentive for only OMI holders, right? Because at this point, if you only hold OMI and you're not collecting, then you're not really gaining that many benefits, where you could instead hold something like Illuvium, stake it, and you gain, 37%, or you can stake even Chainlink and gain like 8%. I mean, staking is so lucrative for so much, but the question is, can you stake something that has a burn mechanism? And that's a piece, because everyone says like, oh, well, they don't want to become a security. Well, there's plenty of tokens that you can stake without them becoming a security. And it just has to be run through the Howey test. But the question is I'm not familiar with anything that has a burn mechanism that you can stake. So it might not be possible, But then how do you reward OMI only holders in this fashion, right? Like if you can't do APY, what do you do? And the way you can look at it, which they may explain, is this will burn a ton of OMI, which benefits holders in scarcity because the utility tied to it. The other piece that my 2 cents on it would be is I don't think you should have to stake to use OMI in the secondary market. I think that should be open to all because it incentivizes much more so. And because there's already so much benefit to these tiers in the VV app that's something that should just be available for everyone because I mean, that really helps a lot of the OMI only holders as well. You're awesome, Costa. Thank you so much for another super chat. A little appreciation for your content. I appreciate you, man. What time is it? Oh, we got 3 minutes. All right, I gotta keep attention. But if you are happy with this, if you're not happy with this, whatever your thoughts, if you have some good ideas, I remember Brock. Where is it? Where is it? To see? No. There's a feedback button. Details are subject to change based on development and feedback. And if you have questions and or suggestions about any of the below, please fill out our feedback form here. So I'm actually going to do this as well, but you click that, it'll take you to this this article or the site. You fill in your 2 cents and you go ahead and go from there. Okay. Jose, yes, no, reason to stake as of now. If you don't use VV app, this is a version 1. Incentive is coming for just OMI holders. So that's the piece that we need to definitely pay attention to is what is going to benefit the OMI holders. Now, everyone, we've got 2 minutes and 39 seconds. As you can see with this device, I'm going for that ultra rare, tricky little beast bunny. Should I? Probably not, but I'm going to go for it anyways. And I'm going for the rare on my other device. Let's get this spread. Let's get these collectibles. 2 minutes. So yeah, I'm just curious what your guys' thoughts are because clearly the overwhelming did not really care for it based on the price dropping, but it is starting to climb back up. This is a good price, in my opinion, to entry in. If you're not in profit yet, then why not dollar cost average down? Not financial advice, but it makes sense to me if you bought it at the top, if you bought it at 0.008 or whatever, that you can dollar cost average down and you're just lowering your entry position. So yeah, again, Foster is having this conversation most likely around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I would pay attention to that and jump in and have your 2 cents. That's actually a good question. Can wrapped OMI receive staking rewards instead of OMI? I don't think so. I think won't isn't stakeable, but we can ask. I'd hop in that conversation. Why not have VV if you believe in OMI? That's OMI first, baby. Yeah. So I mean, I was more heavy in OMI originally, and then I went much heavier in VV slowly. I think the reason why most who are in OMI but not VV is because you can't cash out yet, right? So they really want their money fluid and not locked up, and obviously it's coming. But that is most likely why. So we have 55 seconds left. Let's get this bread, folks. That's a nice way of thinking. I'm not a collector, but I believe in the team. Not worried. Good. I think that makes sense, right? All right. I'm going to wander over here. And we are going to get this. All right. Good vibes, everyone. Let's get this. Let's get it. Focus in. Nine seconds. Nope. Dang it. Big miss on both. Sold out, sold out. So what we're doing now is I like the idea of going for the common on the rebound. Spoke about it earlier, but it just kind of makes sense to me because it's going to have more ability to grab, and not everyone's going to be going for that. They're going to be going for the ultra rare. I can't believe I missed it. All right, we've got, it usually pops up around 2 minutes, and then there's another one usually at 4 minutes if you can snag it. There's not a lot of these, so we're going for the uncommon. I'm going to use my other device just because it's much quicker. But let's see if we can get this. Boom! Ruda got the ultra rare. I'm going for the rebound. Hold on. It's always right around that 2 minute mark. So, oop, come on. Did I get it? Oh, I got a captcha. I think I got it. Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. I got it. We got a rebound. It's been a while since I've got a rebound, but we got the uncommon. So that was the right choice. Who was it earlier? Shout out to whoever said they're going for the uncommon, because that's been my strategy too. But I was like, oh, like I'm happy to see that's the strategy of some. So we got it, fam. So missed on the ultra rare on one device, missed on the rare for the other device, but I got the uncommon 2071. So I'm stoked on that. I mean, it's one less thing I'm going to buy because I'm going to complete this set. So let's go. It feels so good. Nice. Jan got the comment on the rebound. Let's see if we can get for another one. Let's go for common now on rebound. Sometimes you can, again, at that 4 minute mark. That's funny. I got a captcha though. I haven't had a captcha in so long. So that bot protection's working. But confirmed I'm not a bot, clearly. All right, let's see if we can get another one. 2 rebounds would be amazing. I don't see it. I think we lost on this one. Or they just already got snagged up. Yeah. Well, I'm stoked. I got a rebound. So nice. It looks like Peter, good game. Taps. Thank you, sir. Peter got the uncommon by rebound too. Awesome. Good job, Peter. I got the common so weird even after the find the bicycles twice. Oh, you got the buy button again? Nice. I didn't get it. I think like what's funny is I actually really like when the blind boxes happen, because when the blind boxes happen, so when you are going in and out, so like let's say I'm going for this guy, right? Notice how it shows the entire picture and I have to scroll down and then go for it. When you're going for blind box format and not for the buy now button side, when you click back into it, it has the whole screen. So you can actually just kind of like back out, jam, back out, jam, back out, jam. And it's really easy to grab. It's easier to get rebounds on a blind box format than it is in this format, because it it's just harder to get down there, right? So you're in, and then you go down, and then you go back out, right? So like it just is one extra step when it's not in blind box format. So I actually prefer blind boxes over the normal drop now, but we do know that we're moving to a waiting room type drop after, I think they said like the beginning of January or sometime in January, but man, I'm just stoked I got a rebound. Let's see. David says, took an L. Now what to buy with my gems? This is a good one to have, man. I mean, I'm not sure what your collecting goals are, but I think having the artist ones are pretty solid. Thomas says, explain rebounds again if you don't mind. Yeah. So what happens is once the drop happens, like right. So right now it says sold out. You have, and if you're not doing it yet, Thomas, I would look up a line gate and how to do so. So basically you line up that sold out button or the buy now button. And then with that, if you click buy now, there's an error, like a red banner that says it's too early or whatever. If you line up that red banner where you click OK to get out of it with the buy now button and just jam on it, that's a line gate. That is the quickest and probably easiest way to get drops, which it's not easy to get drops. So that's kind of an oxymoron. But once it's sold out, it sells out in less than a second, every single drop all the time. So what happens with the rebound is you have basically some people and bots who will fail captchas, right? So there will be, let's say there's how many of this guy drops? It's uncommon. There are 3,333 of the drug 'em kill frog. Now let's say 30 or 50. Let's say 50 collection of people and bots failed the captcha. And what happens is they have 2 minutes to succeed in it and or fail in it. I think it might be 90. I don't know how long it is, but roughly around the 2-minute mark, those who failed, those additions will be available for you to try again. So that sold out button will actually turn into a buy now button, and it's like a second. And so everyone's doing the exact same thing at the same time to try and get these rebounds. Even if you secured one, you can get a rebound. So it's a free for all. And sometimes there's even more at the 4-minute where those people who retried failed again. So definitely something to consider and go for. If it's stuck on, if it's just saying reserving order and it's stuck on that, then you probably didn't get it. Just went through rebound. Nice rebound. Does buy now button show up again after you're fresh? Yep. That's what we went through. Wow, congrats. Felix got a rare 117. What should I sell for? I would look and see what the other rares from Ron English sell for, and then I would put maybe an extra, I don't know, 15, 20% on top of it, because right now people will FOMO into these. So I would take a look at that and then just stack a little bit more on it. Let's see. I dig him. I think he's really cool. See, it's $59, 2,200 editions. I mean, you'll be able to probably get at least like, I don't know, for 117. I would throw him up for like, I don't know, $600. That's a 10x, right, for a rare. Actually more than that, because we know that that's pretty low, and we know that now it gives you MCP points. So maybe like, maybe throw them up for $800. I don't know, $900. See what you can get. But I would look at what the other rares are selling for around that same mint number right now, once you can in the marketplace. You got the rare 420. Nice. That and 69 are the best numbers, right? Got rare on 4-minute rebound. Let's go. Congrats, Tony. Dude, that's awesome. So yeah, like that's why I always try for the 2 minutes. I try for the 4 minutes. Oh man. I was going for the uncommon on the second rebound, but I didn't even see the buy now button. So maybe I should have gone for the ultra rare or the rare. And for those who were not on here earlier, I did miss the drop, but I got the rebound for the uncommon. So we saw some success with the rebounds today. Pretty cool to see on camera. All right. Mr. Jesus got a common. The rebound, I got a buy button at 2 minutes and missed it. Then another one, 4 minutes, and snagged it. Nice. I love seeing this. I got the common one. So should I sell straight away or hold the rare? If you're looking to flip it, My advice would be to sell it today. Not financial advice ever, but because what happens is people FOMO in and people are always mint hunting. So I guarantee you someone has a collection of 117s or whatever. And so I would probably put that price higher just to start and see what you can sell for, right? Like someone might collect those and they'll pay a premium because they only want 117s. So yeah, I would look at whatever the rares sell for on the other ones. I would put a higher price, a premium percentage on it, and see what you can get for it. Like you can always start high and then go lower, right? So yeah, I would sell today while people are FOMOing because eventually we're on to the next drop, right? And then the price starts going down. And that's usually when I buy them. I wait for a little bit. I don't FOMO in on the day of. David got an ultra rare. Dude, congrats. That's awesome. I really hope Vivi brings major Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon card game VR battling into this platform. I think what will happen is we'll see Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards to collect in Vivi, but I don't know if we'll have the ability to play Pokemon cards in Vivi. But maybe they'll have some kind of workout with the actual Pokemon gaming online to where almost like Gods Unchained, where like you can buy the NFTs and then use those cards in their platform. I think that would be pretty cool if that was something to happen, but we'll see what happens with that. That would be the golden move. I agree. But yeah, so we had some success today, fam. Let's see. Usually the marketplace is about 30 to 34 minutes out from when it opens, but I guarantee you a lot of people will be collecting not a whole lot of mints. I can't wait for the Rabbit Grin. So we know that the Rabbit Grin will eventually come to Vivi, and we know that again this guy, the Mogul Grin, will eventually be coming to Vivi as well. I love him. It'd actually be the first animated Ron English that we've seen on Vivi as well. It's this guy right here. All right. Do you know when the next drops will come? Is there a calendar on the Vivi website? No, there's not a calendar on the Vivi website. So what happens is you can see it in the Vivi app, but also on Vivi.me. Latest drops. You drop detail. So I do think that it would be cool to have some kind of calendar, but it seems like the running thing that they're doing is on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. And sometimes they might skip a Saturday and then might do like Wednesday. But it seems like we're now in a pretty commonality of dropping at least 3 drops a week in like their comics, usually at least 2 comics a week. But I do think having some kind of calendar would be beneficial, but we haven't seen anything like that yet. Thomas asked, should I sell Ultra Rare Storm for one of these serial killers? I mean, what's your goal, right? Like if you're going to sell Storm, Ultra Rare is animated. These are not. But we do know that the likelihood that you could sell serial killers on like OpenSea and have them actually interoperable faster than X-Men and Marvel is probably more likely. So it depends, I guess. You know, like I think Ultra Rare Storm is really cool and like I like animated in the app. So I probably wouldn't. But I would also think about maybe picking her up again later if I were to. So I don't know. It's kind of a hard one to think about. Reward OMI stakers with badges that give points or perks. Those badges can be tradable in the secondary market for people that do use the app and would like the benefits. I think they are, aren't they? Aren't the badges a thing? Yeah. Omi Homie 3D and profile badge. Millionaire 3D and profile badge. Omi 1 Kenobi 3D and profile badge. And those badges do earn you master collector points. They did say in the past, but then again, I say something and then I'm like, oh, well, I guess they said something else in Twitter Spaces that I didn't know about, and they changed their mind, or they did something else. So you never know. Those badges are tradable in the secondary markets. I think that you can sell these badges and like trade them or whatever. but why would you, like, I don't know. Like if you don't have, I guess for flexing, like if you don't have that much OMI stake, but you want the OMI One Kenobi badge, you could just buy it from someone, I guess. Oh, that's a good idea. Limited life on the badges. So yeah, that would be like maybe if you're you only have that badge for the 90 days, and then after 90 days it just like burns or like dies or whatever. And the only way that you can get another one is by restaking. That would be actually pretty cool. So that's actually a good idea. Mark asks, hi, just quick question. Are there different buy buttons for rare, common, uncommon, or is it one buy button and you get a random? So for this specific drop, it was you click into the collectible, right? So this was not blind box format. And that's the old way that we had drops. And so they're still doing this with some drops to where you need to just kind of pick which one you're going for. And that's your buy now button, right? So this was not blind box format where it's just randomized. And you can just kind of go for them all. But yeah, so I hope that answers your question. I agree. I think the storms are incredibly undervalued. Even financially. Jane would wait. Like, I want to buy a car by next year. I mean, if you're flipping, then I would say probably the strategy. Yeah, I guess storms are kind of undervalued right now, but you never know if they're going to continue. But also, you know that she's going to be in Black Panther 2, which means when that does come out, they'll probably go up in value around the hype around it. So I guess probably, like, if it were me, I would hold it, but you never know, right? Like, unless you find a steal for the ultra rare, like I wouldn't sell ultra rare storm for anything less than the ultra rare of these serial killers. But yeah, just my thoughts. You click on the buy now button as soon as it pops up, or do you give it a second? As soon as it pops up. Like, and sorry, well, it depends on your, like, if you want to wait on timing, that's the thing is, so I wish it was still going, but you want to do a line gate. So if you're not familiar with a line gate, talked about it before, you go ahead and when the buy now button is still going, you want to line that up with the red banner. So if when you click it too early, it's a red banner that says like you're too early or whatever, and you got to click OK, line that OK out of it with that buy now button and just jam on it. Like that's your best bet of trying to get these at this point. 53, you got number 53? That's pretty legit. Not sure if they're tradable. I am not. That'd be cool if they are. Just bought a Spider-Man common iconic pose mint 506 for $75 above floor level. They're always amazing deals, even if you miss the drops. Agreed. And I have, I think, 2 commons of Spider-Man. Please can you give me your personal price prediction by middle of next year. Thank you for all the work you provide us. Appreciate you. Yeah, so they need to actually hit some of the timelines that they've been setting out. They need to be on Immutable X. They need to be on more exchanges. You say by middle of the year? Well, I mean, how about I answer this? Where I think they're going to be at in Q1 of next year and where I think they'll be in the middle of the year, because I have some thoughts, my own personal beliefs, that the beginning of Q1, so I would say in February to March, we should probably be anywhere between 4 to 6 cents if they actually execute on some of the items that we need, like exchanges and Mule X, which, I mean, 4 months they better. 6 months though, I would say, is when we'll most likely start to see tapering on inflation in the US actually come to fruition. Like the tapering will end and we'll actually see some crazy inflation. And I believe that'll be when we actually see a lot of the bear market start to come. So I think sometime around probably anywhere from April to June, we'll start to see some downtrends for all of crypto, not just OMI. But I do believe that OMI will actually hold some of its value versus some others because of the staking ability that is tied so hard into Veve. That is one benefit of the staking side, is that it is so tied to Veve. And Veve collecting doesn't die in a bear market. Like collecting is collecting. And will it be hit? Yeah. but not as hard as crypto. And because staking benefits tie to the collecting side, I don't believe OMI will drop 90% like most other altcoins. And I believe it might take like a 50%, 60% haircut. So if it's at, let's say 4 cents or 6 cents, it could cut down to like 2 cents or down to, 3 cents or whatever, depending on where it's at. So that's why everything right now at its current price is still pretty solid, right? Because if we're going to be around that range at the end of this bull cycle at like 4 cents to 6 cents, then even when it does take a haircut, it's higher than where it is at right now. So this is still a buying zone for me, and what I'd recommend, I guess I can't recommend anything, but what I would believe to be. All right. Thanks, Mac. Turn on those notifications. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, if you think you're subscribed to the channel, you might not be. So always check to see if you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the notifications. Did Ecomi select their MTL pilot group this week? If so, do you know of anyone activated? Thanks. Good question. There's going to be a conversation with Foster and Reese. Ask that today, because they did say it was rolling out this week and we're almost at the end of the week. So that is a very, very good question. Smart question. Let's see. Disney collectibles are super undervalued, in my opinion. Elsa should easily be going for 3 to 5K. I would agree. I think the Mickey hat's a little bit overvalued in my opinion, but some of the other ones are lower than they should be. Bought a Secret Rare Storm number 266. That's nice. I mean, $17.50 for a low mint Secret Rare. I think that's pretty solid. I was never a collector before. Vivi, I feel like I'm not alone. By the way, the comics in VR mode with an iPad. Did they work now? They work in VR with the iPad now? If so, that's pretty legit. Middle of the year, Secret Rare spent 100 and flipped them both same day for 2,500. Nice flip. Middle of the year, bull run will be over. I agree. Thanks for all you do. Thanks for all you guys do for tuning in. OMI will be an afterthought for so many. Got ultra rare number 200. Love the capture. Bullish. Nice. Nice. 200. Well done. I'm currently on iPhone 7. Do you think the frame rate quality of the phone matters when it comes to drops? Are you more likely to get a drop if you own iPhone 13? Now that's the big, great debate, right? I had an iPhone 8 and I would get some, but it could have just been because I was quicker. But I lost a lot. I lost a lot on it. And I've noticed I'm getting more drops with an iPhone 13. So I've noticed that the timer is sometimes slower on my iPad, which is older, and I have to kind of like go in and out of the app, but my phone is usually always spot on. So I would say that you're more likely to secure a drop with the iPhone 13s, or I've heard Samsungs are the best for VV. So having the best technology, having the best ping is going to usually net you the best results. I hope one day we can leave our Veve NFTs in the streets or parks or anywhere for others to see if they have access to the AR world. That would be pretty legit. Nice content. Appreciate you. Ryan, I've had that same thought. I think Mickey hat should be worth more. I'm guessing you have a Mickey hat. 12-month price prediction for Walt and Mickey. Oh, man. So, I don't have Walt and Mickey. I saw that they were on sale for like $2,500 after the marketplace opened, and I didn't have enough gems. And by the time I loaded gems, it was already going up. And I was like, what a mistake. But yeah, I should have been prepared for that. I would say 12-month price prediction. Now, what I think, and here's the thing, right? Like I spoke about earlier, how I do think that we'll hit the bear market middle of the year. I think we'll have a shorter bear market. We won't run all the way into the next halving. I think we'll actually see a either bullish peak up that will probably run for like, 2 months, or we'll go back into a bull cycle. But I'm more of a believer in the bullish peak because of Ethereum 2.0. Ethereum 2.0 will probably come end of next year. And I believe that will have a lot of FOMO into Ethereum, even though we'll be in somewhat of a financial crisis. And that will probably create some upswing also into Ecomi and Veve and into the collectibles. So I think Walt and Mickey is a blue chip, right? Like it doesn't matter what happens in, some financial crises. Like, people collect things and they keep them, they hold on to them, they know that they're going to be worth more later. And so they'll have more licenses, there'll be more drops from Disney, and people at some point won't be selling Walton Mickeys, right? So I do believe that probably in 12 months, a Walton Mickey will be worth at least probably about 20 to 25 grand. And the question is, at that point in 12 months, will Disney be okay and open to actually being in OpenSea and having interoperability? And I wonder if they will, because they've already spoken about how they're going to be entering into the metaverse. You can't really enter into the metaverse if you're not going to play nice with other NFTs. And so I imagine that they will be open at some point, hopefully by that time. And if that happens, if people can buy Walton Mickey, like, I don't have 25,000 gems in the app, but I do have $25,000 of ETH. So I would be able to buy that Walton Mickey for my Ethereum and make it pretty simple, which of course would have the price go up. So that's my thoughts on it. Do you think that Veve and Ecomi are doing these delays on purpose? They probably want to make sure everything is working fine with the app, as they might be flooded with another 10 million new users. So I do think some delays are done on purpose. I believe the MTL was delayed, and this is conspiracy theory, I guess. I believe MTL was delayed on purpose because they wanted to actually get out the Master Collector article as well as the OMI utility article to show why you want to hodl versus sell out your collectibles, right? Because otherwise people are like, oh, I can sell my collectibles and make, 50 grand, 100 grand, over 100 grand. And that's money, right? Like, but now they're showing, well, you can sell or you can hold, and you have all of these perks and added things that are just going to help you further down the road. And like, that makes it more of an investment, right? Like, it's fun money to have in the app that you don't need to cash out now because of all these benefits that are with the OMI utility and with the Master Collector program. So I think that, and then I also think that the Immutable X has been delayed so much, not because of Veve. I think it's much bigger of a heavy lift for Immutable X than they thought. Like, they're getting over 2 million collectibles minted from GoChain onto Immutable X Ethereum solution. So I think it's a lot more work than they thought. And because when you look at the Immutable X marketplace, it's still very much a new chain, a new ecosystem, right? So it is it's going to be the most that they've ever had coming to their platform. Veve is going to be absolutely crazy for them, and it's a lot for them to lift. They keep adding more. What the heck is a 50 ETH cap? They created a bad grandpa too. Okay. College kids. Keep adding more in here. Green Park. Green Park actually looks kind of cool. And we can see at the bottom, unless they got rid of it again. Oh, they did get rid of it again. So Veve pops in and out of, this is Immutable X marketplace. I keep seeing more and more NFT projects coming through Immutable though. Utopian unicorns, zombie squirrels, wild turtles, short bear clubs. What? Right now, it's the Wild Wild West is what I'm saying on Immutable X. So it's much of a harder lift for them to actually get. These collects are actually kind of cool. If you're into sports, just check out collects. Okay. How much are Moody Crows going for now? What high? I mean, still up. Not as high as they were. Maybe should have sold mine. I didn't. Okay. My buddy is 5 for 7 on drops with his 13. I have an 8, only have gotten 1 drop. Yeah. So, I mean, having an iPhone 13 or a Samsung or just a better device is usually going to net you better results. I got iPhone 13, did not get anything lately. It's still hard. I mean, you just got to be quick on the draw. Great luck on 5G. Yeah, I've heard Galaxies are solid. Wi-Fi speeds today. I was on client's Wi-Fi, no luck on normal. You missed a Jayco if you weren't in here earlier. I got one on the rebound. I got an uncommon, though I didn't go for the ultra rare. Got a rebound uncommon at 2 minutes. Me too. Well done. People spend ETH easier with gems or USD. Yeah. So when people actually start seeing, like, for me, I keep a lot of Ethereum in my MetaMask because I'm always, looking for NFT deals or I'm staking something. Yeah. So like if I see a collectible, I'm more likely to buy it with Ethereum than I am to load up 600 gems at a time and go for something big versus I see it for, okay, it's not like it tricks your brain sometimes. You're like, oh, it's not $1,200. It's just 0.25 ETH, right? Like it sounds so much less than it is. But that's the language that most people in the NFT world speak is in ETH, right? They don't speak gems. OUP still heavily stacking gems and waiting for MTL to drop prices massively. Then I'm buying heavy, similar to what I'm doing. Will I get the benefits of holding $5,000 worth of OMI if I have $5,000 worth of collectibles? No, I don't think so. So you're asking about the tier 2 millionaire. So benefits of holding $5,000 worth of OMI if I have $5,000 worth of collectibles. No. So you actually need to lock up $5,000 of OMI, which at today's price would be $847,000 OMI. And obviously when the price goes up, that means that it is not as much OMI. But so if you stake for at least 60 days, once staking is turned on, then you'll be able to have this tier, or you can fast track. So if you don't have much OMI, but you have at least 1,000 and you want to fast track, I think that's what it means, right? $1,250, 25%. I guess it would be this one, sorry. So $1,250 of OMI, right? So if you can always just fast track it, but it burns that OMI. So I don't know what the fast track side. If you don't want to wait for the required staking period to expire next year to move to the next tier, you can fast track your way there by burning. Yeah. So yeah, you'd fast track from this tier to this tier. Thoughts on Foster Hilt's take on OUP? He says there's too much of a barrier of entry, needs more tiers. I disagree on the tiers. I think these 3 tiers are solid. What I do think is they need to add a little bit more benefit for just OMI holders. I do think that they need to make secondary market open for all and not just those who are staking. I think it's pretty balanced based on this because it doesn't give much power to the whales, which I think is good because so many people have millions and millions and millions of OMI. So at this point, people are just going to keep stacking, right? Like whales are going to keep getting bigger. And so are like those of us who are like crabs or krill or whatever, and are going to be moving over that space as we accumulate more. So $10,000 of OMI at this stage is not a lot, but I do think we need to respect new users coming in who are still accumulating OMI. So this just gave incentive to people who are only Veve collectors to now start collecting OMI as well. So I think these are balanced in a good fashion on the tiers, but there are plenty of things I think it could do a facelift. Did Brock? He's been working on something, and I'm not sure if he actually put out what he wanted to do. I guess not. Oh, that's cool. 'Tis the season for blind lives from little ones. That's really dope. So I know Brock has some 2 cents that he's been working on the OMI utility article, and it's brilliant. I mean, he's just a smart cat, pun intended. So I guess he hasn't posted it yet. He might be discussing with Foster. His thoughts on the article is pretty solid, and I know he submitted to the team, and I know that they're considering some of it. So, but yeah, I am stoked on this. Look at this thing, $40. This is great. Green truck. All right, well, I need to buy one of those. So many users now, you're very lucky if you get a drop. Agreed. Congrats, bro. Sorry, my work can't respond right away. No problem. Big stakers should get rewards. So you drop something like that. So the only thing I would say is I wish you could lock it up longer, right? Like the lock period, 90 days, like 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, like if they were to add one more tier, I would say do one for 12 months, right? Like make it stupid benefits if you lock it up for 12 months. I have my Illuvium locked up for 12 months, right? Or my sushi liquidity pool for Illuvium locked up for 12 months. And the benefits are massive. Like that's why I did it, right? So I think if they had something like that, that would be pretty solid, 365 days. Got a Nokia 3310 and I'm nailing the drops. Yes, let's go, the brick. New COVID. I don't want to say that. I forgot you can't say that on YouTube, unfortunately. I was about to say covert, just in case the algorithm catches me. Covert. What? Dude, congrats on your snag. That's awesome. 46 set. Well done. I have stopped completing sets for a little bit. I'm waiting for a severe pullback, and then I'll be creating more sets. I have 6 to 7K in collectibles and like $700 in OMI RIP. I mean, you know where you need to add then, right? Like, I mean, it all kind of starts in snowballs, right? Like I had all OMI for when I first started, and then I had like 4 collectibles up until probably like May. And then I started adding more, and then I went heavy in July, went heavy in September, and have just been completing sets when I can. How did you get into Veve? It seems like it hasn't reached the public and media yet. Nobody in my family and friend group has heard of it before. Well, people are catching on to it more and more. And I heard about, hit my mic. I heard about Veve and Ecomi from Blockchain Andy back in February. I love Batman. I love collecting things. And so it made sense to me. My Veve birthday, I think, is like February 14th or 19th or 17th, one of those three. I went in, I bought a Reso, which now sells for what, $4,600. I spent $79 or $69 for it. I bought a Metalio, and then I bought a few more things following that. I've had the Kripkins since the drop, and yeah, I've been in for quite some time. But people are catching on. Like more and more people, like we have over 2 million app downloads, and we have over 1 million active monthly users, which for a crypto company is insane. Tier 3 is a lot if you consider that have 1 million only puts you in the top 5% bag holder. I agree. That's why I think it's pretty balanced. When are we able to cash out on Veve? Yeah, we should be able. The first tier people should be rolled out this week. And then the question that I have is, they're going to have like 20 to 50 more people, added to. Is that going to be daily? Is that going to be weekly? Like how long until everyone can cash out? And then how, I guess, when does that happen? So good question. I'm guessing probably majority people should be able to cash out by the end of December, maybe the beginning of January. Plenty of room for OUP to improve. I completely agree. Do you plan to start covering other crypto NFT projects who will surely be next big boy on YouTube? Thanks, man. I mean, yeah, I have a bunch of things I'd like to cover, and I'll be covering one specifically more coming soon. I'll be covering a lot more on Caloscope as there's more to show, because it's incredible. Like you guys need to see more about Caloscope because I am so freaking stoked for what they're building. Skateboard is going to be a huge set in the future. It will take time for others to understand. Only set 2 secret rares, only 250 of each. I agree. They're incredibly low and people are sleeping on them. Crypto Chris, what's up? You can't say, yep. So I've seen other people censor themselves on streams and on videos. So I don't know if you can or can't. For those who haven't yet, please hit the like button. And if you don't follow Crypto Chris or Sievers, then I would recommend it because he does great content. He's another OG who's been around. I think Chris actually was before me. I started my YouTube on covering OMI, I think like March 12th of this year. And I think Crypto Chris started before that. And I think Kyle Wilson beat me by like a week. And I know Earth 2 Mastery was like the OG before all of us. And then I think like a week after me was like a few others. Like I think Cavell came like a week after me. I know Orion's been around for quite some time. Cryptomaniac K, I think was around that same time. And yeah, so like a bunch of us have been around since March, some even February. End of year probably. Yep. Taps, tell them about Zilliqa, DeFi, NFTs, and Decentraland. I'm a big fan of Zilliqa, big fan of Decentraland as well. Actually just sold some mana yesterday. Oh, man. And I would love to tell you guys why, but it's going to be in a video. It's going to be in a video what I sold it for. I didn't sell it for Zilliqa. I have a big bag of Zilliqa that I've sat on and have staken for GZIL for quite some time, but I sold 50% of my mana yesterday to get into something else. And it's on Binance chain is what I got. So I didn't do Binance chain, but it's a crypto that you can get through basically Trust Wallet. It's on Binance chain, and you'll see what I got. I would love to actually, I should start a group. I've been talking about it. Like I'm going to start a group eventually, Discord or something, to where we're all kind of collaborating together on Veve and Ecomi, but also you guys can see my trades, right? Like I'm an active stock trader. I'm an active crypto trader. Like I swing trade some stuff. I choose to buy and sell other crypto outside of just Ecomi. And so I would love to share how I make money through trading on the side as well. I'm in the 2% only holders. What's 2%? Is that, it's probably what, 10 million or 12 million, 10 or 12 million up? As a person with no OMI but a lot of collectibles, will you be able to accumulate OMI via selling collectibles for OMI? I mean, you can do that right now. You literally can go on Twitter and say, hey, I'm looking to sell some sets or collectibles for OMI, and people will actually pay you. But I would make sure that you have a what are they called? Someone who can broker it, basically, right? So I would recommend Claire or Wendy, Claire Griffiths or Wendy Lopez. Is it Wendy Lopez? Yeah. They both do, they help people on basically like making those deals happen out of, so yeah, you could do that right now, but they won't be doing collectible back to OMI. It's only OMI to collectible, I believe. But don't quote me on that. But yeah, so that is one way of getting more OMI. Yep, me, you, and Kyle were like weeks apart. Thanks for the shout out, homie. Much love. You're killing it always. No problem. Severs, will you buy land in Illuvium? Of course I will buy land in Illuvium. Of course. Are you kidding me? If you haven't seen my interview, my AMA with Kieran, oh my God, that game is absolutely, you know how much money people are making just by staking Illuvium or just by holding it? Like my entry initially, I got in a little over $100. I think like 170 or 140. It was my first entry, and then I went heavier back in at like 400. But if it's still going, is that a new all-time high? No. Oh, that's right. I forgot it went up to like $1,700. I'm like 13, 12x on my current investment, my first investment of Illuvium. That's nuts. Absolutely crazy. And I'm making more staking. BNB chain, escrow. Thank you. Yep. Talking about escrow. I said broker. All right. I'll buy more VV 70% per dollar on eBay or through rep. Yeah. Escrow is the way to go. Don't get scammed. I know people have gotten scammed lots of money. Barrier producer, when he forwards you to him, she doesn't actually handle the escrow anymore. Good to know. I wanted to buy a super chat, but forgot my password. LOL. Count me in for the VV group when. Thanks, Delargo. I appreciate you. Delargo does content as well, right? I'm like 95% sure Delargo does too. So go follow his channel as well. Yeah. So, I mean, appreciate the attempt at the super chat. No problem. The group will probably start around 20K subs. So I want to make sure that I have enough time to commit to that group. Like I get tagged in everything on Twitter. I'm in Telegram groups. I'm in Discord. I'm in so many things. But if I start my own Discord, I want to make sure I have enough time. So once I get to 20K, so probably about a month away, maybe that'll be like my thing in January is like my New Year's resolution will be to be more committed to the community and grow my like inner circle within the community via Discord. And what we'll do is we'll be an active group that invests, trades together, talks VV. And yeah, I'll go ahead and have that set up hopefully in January around 20K. Yep. Delargo does content in Spanish. Bueno, bueno. My Spanish is so bad, by the way. I'm half Mexican and I don't speak very much Spanish. It's pretty sad, unfortunately. Caught up with the comments. Congrats. No problem. Delargo. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Jayco. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the super chat. Jayco is a big supporter of the channel. I appreciate you always, bro. Market is up. What is it going for right now? And then we'll conclude the stream. Let's see. All right, we've got, it's actually not a bad price. It's not great, but it's not bad. Oh, and for those who don't know, if you're just trying to complete a set or get something really fast, do it on this screen, right? Like you can just go ahead and update it, and then you'll see these kind of change. And these are them hitting the market as fast as possible. So I would recommend trying to snipe through this first page, but you can also just kind of click into the brand or the collectibles. Man, my iPad is so slow. Okay. What's the ultra rare going for right now? 550. I mean, that sounds high to me. 134 is not bad. It's climbing. I'm not going to FOMO into these. Do I want the set? Yep. But I don't really need it right away. $40 gems. This will drop back down, guaranteed. Yeah, it's already starting. Yep, 490. Ooh, that's actually a really good price. That's too late though. It's already gone, guaranteed you. That low mint, like a 585. The one thing I feel bad for is a lot of people don't understand low mints when they're just starting, and like they'll sell it cheap. Like someone just listed that 585 for 490. Like that's pretty cheap for the ultra rare. And yeah, so I'm going to be watching these. I guarantee the market will probably go down a little bit and then it'll go back up a little bit. And yeah, we'll see. All right. It is Saturday. It is 8:48 a.m. where I am in the Bay Area, California. I have a day of wine tasting and going up to what's the area? It's like near Napa, but it's not quite Napa. So I'm going to be wine tasting. And if you guys didn't catch earlier, I do believe that Foster is going to be talking about the OMI utility article. Where is he? Right here. At roughly 4 hours from now. Yeah, so I would tune into that. I would add 2 cents. It's going to be with Ecomi Reese. So I would definitely make sure that you put in your 2 cents and attend that call. I'll see if I can tune in myself. And if you don't already, make sure you sub to the channel, hit that like button. And if you aren't already my friend on Twitter, go ahead and add me. Let's be buddies. All right. Thanks to everyone for the stream. Enjoy, bro. Appreciate you. Sonoma. Not Sonoma. It's what's it called? I can't remember. It's not Healdsburg. I can't remember what it's called, but it's awesome. So collection reveal. You want to see my collection? I've sold a couple, but you can see my collection. So I'm down to 39 sets. Is it not updating? Uh-oh. It's frozen. Well, I have 39 sets. I have 300 collectibles. And yeah, that is my collection. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for the stream. And again, I hope you got lucky on the drop. We will be doing these pretty frequently, like just hopping on, doing the drops together. A lot of people got ultra rares. A lot of people got rares. So congrats to everyone. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. And I will see you guys in the next one. I should be probably coming out with a video tomorrow too, like actual video, not just streaming. But thanks for all the support, everyone, and take care. Cheers.